Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Jared and Mark, we're in the woods and the guys are out there riding, so if there's background noise, apologize. But we have the brand new 2025 RX Pro. This happens to be the 300, but if you bought a 200, 250, or 300, or even the 4-stroke versions, these are just some suspension settings that we're going to try to help you guys out with. So we've got maybe 5 miles on this bike, if that, right now. So it's not broken yet, so we're kind of fighting that, and it's 100% a stock tire. So suspension is such a game. You have no, different riding conditions. We're in Western New York, October, but the ground is perfect. You can see this trail behind us. So, I mean, these could be wrong if it was just muddy here. So, let me flip this around and we'll show you where the stuff is on this thing. So on the rear shock, we have the high speed and low speed. You got the dial for the compression. That's right in the front there.
Yeah, this is the high speed compression. This is the low speed compression, the screw. And so you can do this one by hand.
Yep, the outer one.
Without using any tools, and you can also do the fork rebound and the fork compression with no tools.
Yep, so that's the rebound, then down here for the shock.
And then the rebound for the shock is down here, and you have to do that with a flathead screwdriver. So.
Yep, so rebound for the shock, high speed, low speed, and then as we come up here, now the new fork design, the right hand fork is just the spring. Can't see it internally, but you can see the preload there.
Yep.
So it's a 5mm hex head. And show them ours there, how it's kind of cool, how pull the tool out of there real quick.
It's a ball head.
Yeah, there you go, good word, ball head. So if you had a straight one, you would not be in there super well. So if you're gonna try to do this with it on the forks, on the bike with the handlebar still on, you'll want that. And then on this side of the bike here, we have the rebound. It's kind of cool, it tells you, it's kind of etched into the fork.
Yeah, there's an R.
It's hard to see the R, but it's there. And then on the bottom, and maybe I can turn the phone. There's our compression adjuster. So right now I have no idea where any of this is. The guys just wrote it. We did a couple different videos. So if you're looking for more videos on this, check out our channel. But let's find out where we are. So preload.
Preload was all the way out stock.
So all the way out means you screw it and it just bottoms out. Can't come any further.
Pretty well flush with the top of the cap.
Okay. And so that is the least amount of preload, meaning the spring is riding the highest. As Mark screws that in, he's putting more pressure on the spring. To increase the preload, the front of the bike is going to sit higher and maybe feel a little stiffer because the spring is getting compressed more. So how far can we go with this thing? It's going along. It might fall off the threads on the inside. I'm not sure, and that's fine.
About 7.5, maybe 8 turns.
And it bottomed out?
Yeah, bottomed
okay,
out.
cool. So it's not like probably a clip on the bottom of it, keeping it from falling out. So 7.5 is quite a ways. That went a long ways in there. I can't even really see it. So you guys had it was all the way out, obviously. You thought a little bit stiffer fork in the front would have been nice.
Yeah, for my riding style. Everybody's different, but I tend to ride over the handlebars a little bit more.
Yep.
And I can usually have a softer than what they recommend shock spring for me, but I like the forks stiffer than what most people would like.
Because you never know, charging into something, protect your wrists and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see what clicker we're at there. So when we're doing this, we're going to go all the way in, which means we're going to go all the way to the right first. Mark's going to count out the rebound just to kind of see where starting position is on this one.
So 9. It was 9 clicks out.
So we never really count like that last half a click.
Yeah.
You only count like the real click. So you can start back at 9 again if you want, just so we have a base.
Yeah.
So we're probably 3 turns in now.
Yeah, probably 4.
4 turns in. 9.
Yeah, 9 out.
And then let's check out this compression on this. What's cool about this, I mean, it's kind of cool but kind of scary, is that it's just the normal ball or plastic clip, but that could be really bad as a plastic clip as well. Time will tell as you guys own this bike.
So 10 clicks out.
So 10 clicks out, and so I guess we'll start there. Now, I know right away you wanted it a little stiffer, so do you just want to start there then?
Yeah, I would probably, I think I'm just going to adjust the preload and leave the clickers where they're at for now.
So 10 down here, 10 on compression, 9 on the rebound. Yep. We went 4 screws in on this. Yep. And let's get people stock settings on this rear shock real quick, just to, usually these are out quite a ways stock.
Yeah. 1, 2.
I think I counted 16. Yeah, that's what I counted too.
So
usually that's out quite a ways. Like the beta stuff is always pretty far out on these. You can hear little Dan out there. He's out there riding that new 450 RX.
So 16 on the high speed.
Pulled one out of the showroom. We just rode a 2025 beta cross trainer too if you want to check out our channel. We've been riding that a little bit as well. I knew that was going to be out a long ways.
19.
Yeah, so 19 out on low speed, 16 out on the high speed. Beta's always been that way. Like their compression in the shock's always been pretty far out. And then let's just do this rebound real quick just to give an idea.
Yeah, 16.
Okay, sweet. So 16 out down there. So that's your base settings, guys. 16, 19, and 16. So we're gonna get Mark on this thing real quick. Oh, tire pressure too. We're guessing it's probably 10-ish.
Yeah.
10.
Maybe 12. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I've never really run tubes, but
Yeah, we're usually running bibs, so that's just the one
I
pressure.
had probably like 40 in it, which was way too much. So.
Yeah, our first video of the day, Italy sends us these bikes just completely full of air, and I was running trying to get all this stuff set up and ready for the weekend. So I never adjusted the tire pressure for the first video, but we're good now. So we got good tire pressure there. So we'll throw your helmet on. Let's see this thing. How many miles are on it now? You got to give it a second to get past its. It'll go 3 miles. Okay. Brand new out of the showroom, all for content. Just some background on Mark. He's a AA rider. He's been racing pro GNCC since 2012 was the first year he went pro row. You can kind of tell how he's just floating through the woods, right? Like kind of embarrasses the rest of us. But there's some pretty good rollers down through here. And you'll probably kind of hop, yeah, he's hopping through them. Definitely did not catch him in that footage. Sorry, I was watching Mark, not the camera. There goes Braxton on his 85. Following Mark. We'll give you some Braxton footage real quick. I would say this is like, I'll zoom back out here. This is probably faster trail speed that we're setting this bike up currently.
Yeah.
So maybe like a GNCC, because GNCCs are kind of fast like
Pretty
this.
close, yeah.
Not usually are, there's some tight sections.
There's some, but I mean,
Pretty similar to this.
Yeah, there's always a mix of terrain, so you can't be perfect for every single thing.
Right. What do you think is the safest to set up like a for? Probably this?
Yeah.
Because you like if it gets way too fast, probably gonna back it down anyway.
Yeah.
Don't need to be like on the edge of life all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
And then on the super tight single track, it really doesn't matter because you're going slower, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if it's that slow of trail, suspension's not doing much anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. What would you change on this now?
I mean, I definitely noticed it. It definitely got stiffer in the forks, and I think they work good. Maybe slow the rebound down a click or two.
In the back?
In the back. And also we haven't checked the sag at all. Like it's
Shoot. Yeah.
which is gonna change as it breaks in, so
It's hard to do right off the get-go.
Yeah.
So you want to take a couple clicks away in the rebound?
yeah. I'd probably slow the rebound down.
I got the bike. We do have kickstands, but I'm not using them. So you just went in with it.
2 clicks, yeah.
So we were, I think I said 16 before, if my memory is right. So now we're at 14 clicks on the rebound.
I mean, when you get a bike and you like measure all the clicks for all your suspension and write it down, and then you can always go back to that. Like,
yeah.
I mean, don't be afraid to just turn them. Turn them. If you don't like it, you can go back. It always goes back. So
Yeah. So let's do this. Do a couple more laps, and then why don't we go to the moto track because we have it, and just to see what you think of it out there.
definitely getting closer to what I'd like. So
Yeah. And then levers, of course. I mean, there's so much to suspension though. Like the way you're standing, if the levers are wrong. The levers for you probably down a little, isn't it? Than the
yeah, they're definitely lower. I would probably put them up maybe like this.
Almost
high.
flush for you.
Yeah.
Level. And then brake, how's that feel to you?
This one's actually decent, but usually level with the foot peg or even a little bit high.
Okay.
I mean, I'm changing what I like
As you go.
currently. Like I'm always progressing a little bit. So currently I like my brake lever a lot higher than I used to. So
Yeah.
keeps it out of the way of stuff, and then
Yeah.
it's just easier to get on it when I need it. So.
And use it. Well, let's go try some moto and see what you think of these settings on the moto track.
Yeah. Okay.
What's cool with the RX Pro is that all we need is just a regular head screwdriver and a 5mm hex head for all these suspension adjustments. That's marked there on the RX Pro, coming over that jump there. Throw this back in my helmet. We even got Jared here throwing down some laps on the new 450 RX. I think it's fast. I think it's so fast. Here comes Mark. This is that video though. We're concentrating on Mark. Pretty big jump over there. It's like a 50-foot double. Pretty smooth though, pretty easy to do. Bike looks pretty smooth out here. So this motocross track isn't super aggressive. Like we just have these rollers here. They're probably spaced 10 to 15 feet apart. Pretty simple landings. And then we have the one, tabletop there. Everything here is pretty safe. We always want to be safe. Is this Jared again? Oh yeah. Gosh, that RX just looks so... I just want to film that, but it's not the purpose of this video. Back to Mark over here. I think he's probably going to be pretty happy with those settings, because the whole point is like to land jumps the right way. Like if you downside the jumps, if you're downsiding stuff, you don't need it to be super stiff. Looks pretty smooth, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just commenting that our track is so smooth as far as not being super big hits.
Yeah.
That as long as you downside things right, it's going to work right.
Definitely smooth.
So what would you change for out here?
Probably speed up the fork rebound, maybe.
Okay.
Like it seems like going in the corners just
Being
dives and
faster.
doesn't rebound fast enough to push in and drive me around.
Can you remember where we were rebound? 9. We were 9 out is on that.
9 out. So I mean, we'll just try 2 more out, and then if we don't like it,
try it again.
Go the other way or go back. Yeah.
Well, throw a lap down and see what you think of that changing, and we'll call it good. I think these stock settings on this thing are pretty awesome. I'm way happier with this model than I thought I was going to be. Pretty pumped about it. Is that better?
Better, yeah.
Yeah? Heck yeah. So we're now 11 out on rebound. Compression stayed the same at 10 in the front. And your preload is still about 4.
Yeah.
That's pretty
4
sweet.
turns in, yeah.
All right, guys.
Everybody's going to be different, but
yeah, that's just riding.
The more I ride it, probably the more I would change it. So.
But it's so easy with those 2 tools. That's it.
2 tools, and you change whatever you need.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. That is the RX Pro 300 in all the RX Pro models. Some suspension adjustments. Little Dan, what do you think of that thing over there?
This thing is an absolute monster.
Dude, you look so good on it.
So much friggin' horsepower. If I was riding motocross, I'd definitely be a 250 guy. This thing is way
Just
too much.
Your first time riding this thing, though?
Yeah, I mean, on a moto track, it's good and stiff, and it's got a lot of power. I don't know what else you could need.
That is so sweet.